know what that sound was that just came out my face, but hi everyone!
Hello.
Oh, the sound of me having no brain cells, which is something I have discovered this evening. Because it's too hot for brain cells, and after a couple of weeks off, nothing's in there. So, in the meantime, hello, welcome in.
Just hands.
Apparently, just hands of panic robot.
Yeah.
Spirit fingers.
Spirit fingers. What the fuck? Spirit fingers, really? Is that what that is?
Yeah, that's apparently so.
Never heard this. I like
Is that what
fish
it's
I
fingers.
call that
Ghosts.
playing a tiny keyboard. Anyway, hi everybody, welcome back in to Homebrew Havoc, Tales from Tordronnen. We are back, we have a full cohort of beautiful people here today. We are going to continue our escapades. Whew. So, is everyone surviving in the heat?
Damn
Anyone dying
you,
of it
pum
yet?
whistle!
Everyone alright?
It's
I
warm.
am.
Merely a hologram.
I'm actually officially dead.
I've got my
I'm supposed to
rag.
Okay.
I'm supposed to be going to Tewkesbury Medieval Festival on Sunday, and I know it's going to be my last day on this earth. So it was lovely to see you guys.
Oh, it was good to have you for just for now, Okay, well, we'll work our way around, and if you guys would like to just, it's been a few weeks. Let's remind our audience who you are, who you're playing. That fun shiz. We're gonna start with that one, Cal.
Hello there. I'm Cal, and I'll be playing Quizz. Exquisite Daenorius Cordington Smiles. He is a llama bard, homebrew class, the College of Artistic Direction. I will be constantly mopping my rather moist brow with my conveniently placed computer rag this evening. Do not
Oh no!
inquire further.
Confessions of a computer rag.
Let's just say there's always one available. That will be all.
It's got like a dispenser.
Excellent. We're gonna go
Was it?
clockwise round the thing. So that brings us to Ailey.
Hi, I'm Ailey. Just had a bit of a nightmare involving food, so I'm tired right now, and I look like shite. It's great. I will be playing Mercy, the Crystal Tiefling Rogue, who has probably had some sort of aneurysm at some point in the last 30 seconds since her brother opened his mouth. So let's see how that goes.
Boom.
Lol.
Oopsie. Alrighty. And we're going to then go round the circle onto Toni. Toni, say things. Hello.
Definitely a square.
Hi. How's things? It's been a minute. Sorry, guys.
Sorry, but who are you?
Oh, fuck knows, mate.
Toni, Cal,
Rhogar,
Toni.
Rhogar, Toni.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm back. I'm very happy to be back. I'm so sorry that I was gone for so long. I've been rehearsing for a play, and the rehearsal schedule was so I had to take a break, but only 3 sessions, but I'm back. You can find my most things as Toni Shaw. I'm playing Rhogar, by the way. He's a purple dragonborn. He's a paladin and stuff. Subclass
The
I made.
murderer.
The murderer.
We've all done a bit of murder now.
It's a class a subclass I've created myself out of the ancestor. It's pretty cool.
Excellent.
Cheers.
And that brings us next to Shiv.
Hi guys. Yes, it's me. I'm playing Fallon, the Storm Tiefling Barbarian. I forgot what he was for a second there. And he is a lad about town, lads as lads, and enjoys the company of high society women. He may or may not be trying to extort for money. We'll see.
Wow. Okay, that's a direction. Excellent. I am Lolly. I am your ever exhausted DM. Haha. I'm wearing a Moomin shirt where he looks like he's seen and done horrible things with his axe.
Is that? I was going to say, I thought that was prison Moo Moo.
No, it's Berserk. It's actually Berserker Moomin.
There we go. Berserker Moomin, the worst of all the Moomins.
It actually is. Like, that's literally what it's called. That's the design. Yeah.
That's quite cool, actually. I like that.
Yeah, I'm very happy with it. It's very cool. Anyway, so we are not going to have a traditional recap because it's been weeks. I have no brain cells. And
Too hot.
Toni, I don't think, has to do a recap because Toni's not been here for a while, and that seems unfair to ask Toni to recap things that Rhogar was not present for.
I could make it up.
And you know, hold on to that thought, and you can recap us what the
Oh, don't do that. 'Cause
hell
it'd be better than whatever we fucking did.
It'd be more accurate as well, to be fucking honest.
It will be.
So,
By the way,
I'm
I'm
gonna
leaving
quickly-
Aelyrya out of that because all of her recaps are spot on.
yeah, they are.
How very dare you?
They are detailed and beautiful, always.
Well, that's half of the party alienated. Thank you.
Wow. Okay. Okay, so we are going to just
TLDR.
draw ourselves back a little bit to where Rhogar, the bit before Rhogar started sticking their face in their moving and handling guidebook that they need to do their update training for, because we all going to do it. There had just been a little bit of a battle and a fight and a bit of murder in an alleyway, and you guys then decided it was time to go find Tiago, deliver that said parcel. Correct? Yes. You guys met Tiago Collis, who is a kobold and is a unique little being. We may or may not have poisoned Quizz with something called squash. It's fine. Reflection on your face. And he revealed that he makes all the pretty trinkets and cool things for Steve L's gambling den. Some of it does the stuff you'd expect, some of it is specialized and does other things. He also told them that he's been asked to make a centerpiece design for Pom's Whistle, which obviously went as well as you'd expect with Quizz. Yeah, Quizz was not happy, but Quizz did request if that could be made to produce shit of some form. Yes, shit fountain indeed. That was discussed. That thought was there. But then Mercy had a worrying idea. Mercy had the idea of, what if we put something hallucinogenic in the machine that could then go out and trigger out and make everyone off their tits? Which means that then stealing a tome will be really easy because everyone's busy tripping balls and no one's going to know what happened. Tiago thinks this sounds actually amazing, and their main request is, can I watch? Which, fair.
I love
So-
Tiago. I love Tiago, the chaotic little bastard.
Tiago is actually a delight. I actually love Tiago. He's actually fast becoming one of my favourite little NPCs that I've thrown at you lot. You two are baby, I know. He also mentioned about tunnels under the city and how he knows his way around them, and Mercy found this very intriguing and asked if she could have a map of those, which she's going to hopefully go back and collect. The person that asked for help with the centerpiece Pom's Whistle was someone who matched the description of Leopold de Grey. So it seems he really is an actor. He really was doing that. That actually is his job. That's nice to know. You guys went back to Steve L, delivered the item, which apparently had some sort of timed trap on it. And it turns out the time trap was, if you're holding it for too long, your hands will go sparkly and bright purple. Fallon has caught for purple hands currently. Thankfully, Christoph has a hook and just goes, yeah, I'll just take that. Thanks. Some conversations were had with Steve L, mentioning these small murders that happened in an alleyway. But on the plus side, as you guys walked past the alleyway area, there was a lot of discussion about the gang warfare and stuff. So it doesn't seem like anyone's pegged you guys for that, and everyone seems to think it was just the usual stuff. So, seem to have got away with that. Congratulations! Alrighty. It then left off with Rhogar was going to go to the Ost Tavern Watch to drop off some of his paperwork that he'd been reading and filling in. Mercy was going to go find Tord, and the lads were going to go have some fun doing some drinking. So Mercy at Tord's eventually managed to catch up with Chase, her little contact, who she's been trying to find at some point just to get word on what's been going on in the outer districts and generally check in with him. And she found out that the Van Brinkerhoff scuttling that went on, the guy himself was down there at the docks shouting and bemoaning this and talking about all the expensive gear that was in there and that he has lost, which is very weird to have someone that high up actually down there themselves, not representative. And also, none of said booty has turned up, washed up anywhere. So that feels a bit suspicious. Anyway, and Mercy was given a nice meal. I think she had some stew.
And a
The
dumpling.
lads, and a dumpling.
Big
Yes.
fuck off dumpling.
Yeah, because it was a big where it was the whole tray that she just sort of
Yeah.
slices it up. It's one of the giant dumplings, not the little mini ones. So you had a big slice of dumpling. Honestly, I love dumplings. They're so good. Of any sort. They're always great. Oh, thank you for the subscription, Mama Lee. Welcome in.
Yay!
Much love to you. The lads, you guys went drinking. And you got to drinking the really bad tasting whiskey.
Yeah.
And you drank a lot of it. And your con saves were atrocious. But you got into a situation where there was an option for some arm wrestling, a gambling arm wrestling against the big man who I think was called Billy.
Billy. Mhm.
Billy Melon
Yeah.
Arms.
Billy Melon Arms.
Melon arms, was watermelon arms. And it, went to various levels of success, also known as not. Quizz did surprisingly well, but did not win. But you all got chatting, and you did note when the guy came over later to have a bit like, hey, good lads. There was noted the hint of the jellyfish tattoo, and a bit of information was gathered before he was.
And I do
pulled
believe,
away.
sorry, I do believe we actually offered to work for them drunk. We're like, yeah, we'll work for you.
Yeah, we'll work
Do
for
jobs.
you. Yes.
Well,
Yeah, just
drunk.
let
Yes,
us,
you did.
we just went, let us know, and then went, well, time to go.
Yes, however, there was a slightly scrawnier, red-headed young lass who was sort of stepped and was like, let's go, Billy. No. And was obviously more in control of her verbiage than the drunk Billy. And was like, no, we'd be secretive. We don't just spew chat. No, I'm away. But fine. The lads then went home with only one moment of vomiting from Quizz on the way home. You did drink the salty flavoured whiskey, to be fair. It's a very bizarre life choice from you guys. Back at Quizz's house, you guys went to respective beds, as I recall. That brings us to last session. Oh, I am giving a giant recap. I don't normally do these. I normally dodge doing recaps at all and make you guys do them. So
Recap.
I want my own inspiration.
You know you're the DM,
Right.
right? You can just give yourself inspiration, right?
No, I can't just give that. It's different, especially on here. It's all, Actually, I'm fairly sure I do actually have it. Oh, yeah, I have got some. Go.
You
That
did
is a
it.
good meme, and it's
You're
actually as
helping.
much as what I'm doing right now, as much as anything else. Oh, thank you, Mama Lee. Appreciate it. Okay, so last week we started off with the group separate because, split party, it's how we roll. Mercy, we finished off the night before where Magpie paid her a visit in her little attic room. And that was an interesting conversation. He may have let slip that he has had a word with Arcadia and managed to get some of that calmed down. She was not happy about this and was generally told him off about it and got very upset that he, gives a shit about her. Because
Yeah,
that's
how
how she
dare
works.
he? How dare he?
Yeah, how dare he be
fucking dare
nice?
he? How fucking dare he fix my problems for me?
Yeah, basically,
How dare
yeah.
he? It's just, dude, not a damsel. Don't need your help, mate. I'm okay.
Uh-huh. He also wanted a little bit of information about what was going on with Fallon because he's like, I'm kind of owed an explanation here because I also got hit by that thing. What the fuck? And credit, he was somewhat on side with the whole I've not told him things, so I don't think it's safe. And he kind of like, yeah, no, that's fair. I wouldn't tell him things either. So that might be put back nice for Mercy because she's kind of been told to tell everyone.
Actually, Tord didn't. Tord was like, no, people don't. I don't tell people. I don't get told things either. It's like, yeah, But that's because you're you, Tord. That's not because...
Yes.
That's a bit different, sweetheart. But...
Yes, indeed. And Mercy also mentioned that I kind of need to get that little book back. And he offered to help with doing so. So that is something that has gone on. You guys, you snuck back in.
Schnook.
Yep. So you snuck back into the safe and you got the little book. I don't know why I sounded like that. Moving swiftly on.
You're trying to, like, embody Sean Connery there.
I don't really want to do that.
Some weird Sean Connery bullshit going on.
Moment just fell into me. Like, no, she's achieved the book, which has given her little bits of information, including the code information that she's got, which does seem to implicate very heavily Lothar Vasco. And during her searches, she managed to find the ledger, which told them who owns things. And owners of that box originally were people whose names have fallen out my brain. So
Remy Auclair.
Remy Auclair was a big name. Lothar Vasco was listed, and then added later was Ingrid Kajier.
Beach.
So that adds interesting moments to that little bit of stew, soup, pot, cauldron, shit pile stuff. Anyway.
Are you okay?
No, I'm having a breakdown, okay? Oh, man. That all worked. Mercy went back to the room and awoke the next morning being a person. Also who awoke that next morning was Quizz and Fallon with various states of absolutely hanging out their arse. Mostly Quizz.
Who shit himself?
Who shit himself. So things really did fall out
In
of
bed,
his arse.
apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah, in his own bed.
Poor Iris.
Filthy
She puts
pup.
up with a
I
lot.
shit the bed. I mean, Quizz shit the bed.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
He did a boom boom.
I'm not even gonna move. No,
I-
moving swiftly on.
Boom boomed my bed.
His poor wife.
Yeah, honestly.
Iris is a
goodness.
diamond. She
Iris
really
is Iris is wonderful. Fallon decided to make breakfast and did make a decent actual go at breakfast. Breakfast was nice. Rhogar was not in the build. Well, they did not see Rhogar, so whether Rhogar had had a sleep in or had gone out early, they're not sure. He's out somewhere. Maybe back at the watch. Either way, they know they'll be seeing him later at some point. The group reconvened and I believe went to have a chat with Rhogar. Rhogar was not at the Mercenaries Guild. It so nearly went wrong. At the Mercenaries Guild, because it's actually what is equivalent to a Sunday. It's the paper day. It's kind of the we do quiet admin and just everyone take a break kind of day. So they actually found Rhogar at his home there in his lovely embroidered banyan, having a coffee. He's like, okay, come on in. And a lot of information was exchanged. He has agreed to look into some things, and you guys are going to look into things for him also. Towards the end of that meeting, there was a bit of conversation mentioned where Mercy was like, yeah, I've got all these things. The only lead I've heard about, but I think it's just gossip, is about... actually, no, Ailey, what was the little bit of gossip that Mercy had heard that she thought was just, I don't know, just linked to anything?
So I was asked about jobs with the Kroonvelds. And Mercy was not aware of any jobs with the Kroonvelds. However, she did receive some information that they were looking for someone. So it's not specifically a job, it's just some hearsay. They're looking for someone. Everybody's always looking for someone, you know. This person was, some dude named Baltus Horst, who apparently bonked the fiancée, and everybody was very unhappy about this. And yes, look at Shiv's face there. He's trying really hard not to look suspicious. But Fallon did in fact reveal, hey, here he
Pulled
is.
out this lovely little handkerchief token, just woo!
You fucking asshole.
Dirty dog.
Dirty
Slut.
bastard. Slut. Men slut. Big
So,
slut.
we are going to pick up upon that moment. Rhogar sort of looks between you all. Goes, do you know, I think I need some more coffee. I'll just... know when you're heading off.
I won't
And
blame you if you put the whiskey in it, Rhogar. Oh
He
my
steps in
god.
and he actually exits the room because he senses this isn't a conversation that you're going to want him there for, particularly. Yes.
Fallon, please tell me that you are bullshitting me right now.
I'm afraid not.
Fallon,
Hmm.
you know that thing where I asked you very nicely, like the only thing I've ever asked you to do for me, like the one thing I've ever said, well, could you please just do this for me with, just the one thing. Do you remember what it was, Fallon? Do you remember what it was?
No.
Okay, so it was don't do anything that could potentially get us into a lot of trouble and possibly killed. This
Yeah. That
would
one.
qualify. This would qualify as something that could get us into a lot of trouble and possibly fucking killed.
No. This was real love. That's what it was.
Fallon, the
Sorry, I made it.
Cromwells
Aha.
are raging. What possessed you? What has got into you? Why did you decide to go after high society? Don't touch the bigwigs with lots of money that can have you disappeared into a canal.
I don't think that's what got into him was the problem.
I mean, she is.
You have already had far too much information about other people's sex lives today. Shut up.
Yes.
See, Quizz is with me. He knows.
There's nothing wrong with the simple act of coitus.
It is when it splits up a fucking engagement between a very rich and very powerful family and somebody else. The Cromwells. Come on, one of the two richest fuckers in the city. People that literally have their own fucking army. They can send people out here to just disappear anybody. Anyone they want.
Well,
Spies and all sorts.
if you come from money, you fuck like a bunny. That's what I've heard.
Wow!
And I mean, true story.
That's what I would normally agree with that, except Fallon, you constantly seem to be getting your end wet, and yet we came from nothing. So
I mean, it's kind of one of my many talents.
you
I'll go to fist bump Fallon.
I'm just gonna go. Not
guys
now.
not understand that this means this woman could be at the masquerade.
I hope so.
This could fuck it all up.
Or
Oh, actually,
be
no,
a very
Fallon, if you do go there,
distraction.
yes, let Peter Cromwell punch you. Let the fight.
I'm just
let
gonna
them
pat
punch you.
myself on the back.
No, because you're still in fucking trouble. I can't even begin to tell you just how upset this has made me. And I'm not going to bother because you won't fucking listen anyway, because you didn't listen to the one fucking thing I asked of you.
I was looking to the
fuck's
future
sake.
for this one. This was gonna set us up for life. This is the big fish.
Yes, sexual investment.
Don't need to be set up for life. What we need is to fix the fucking curse. Could you not have bunked some high-ranking librarian who knows how to get into the fucking archive? No!
No, that would have been fucking boring.
Oh my god, No, you know what? I can't with this. There's too much to be done. I can't afford to be out of the fucking headspace. I will fix it. I will make it so that they won't fucking kill you. I will fix it so
You
that
don't
they
have to
won't
fix
fucking
anything.
kill you.
He disappeared. He's nowhere to be found.
Except if she reveals who you are at the masquerade, then everyone will fucking know. The Kronwalds are gonna be there, the Van Brinkhoffs are gonna be there, everybody's going to fucking be there.
I had a disguise, don't you worry. I didn't look like this when I met her.
It doesn't matter, because if she reveals who you are in any way, shape, or form, we are fucked. She might recognize your voice. I know you're going to be wearing a mask,
because this wasn't my voice when I met her.
Oh my god, Fallon, please do not tell me that you have been wasting our fucking money on stupid transmutation spells and disguises.
No, just disguise kids and some very good accent work.
Why? Why?
Because...
Oh my god. You know what? No.
I mean, she is a beauty. I mean, what can I say?
I don't care if she's a fucking goddess. You could get us
kind of
killed.
is.
Oh,
Can the man
you
not?
know what?
Can the man not have sex?
I mean,
The man can have as much sex as
this
he
could have
fucking
been
likes, as long
this
as
could
he's
have
not
been true
getting us
love.
in trouble.
It could have been.
I have a feeling it could have been true love.
Oh, yes, I believe in romance, and so this could have been a
Why
true
don't you
love
write-
story,
why
not
don't you
just a
write your
bone.
Why don't you write your goddamn story about him then? Huh? Don't fucking come
This
prying into my
is
non-existent love life. Write
The
it about him.
play.
I cannot look at you right now. Fuck
This
my life. I'm gonna go and find
is-
Mr. Rhogar because he's fucking sensible.
My word.
Hey, wait till I tell Rhogar about this. There'll be high fives all around, man.
I'm actually Mercy is going to leave. She's going to try and hunt down Rhogar because she's
I'm a
mad.
bit concerned as to why your sister has so much control over your sex life. I'm not going to dive into this any further.
It's because I dice with danger and dance with death. It's fine.
Nice.
Put that in your play, man.
I will. I'm writing it down as we speak.
I'm going to holler down the hall to Rhogar as I leave and just slam the door really loud.
Rumpy pumpy.
Yep. Awesome. Awesome.
Oh, yes.
Right. We are going to discover what Rhogar has been up to in just a moment, because I have not forgotten that Mama Lee did subscribe, and we know what that means. And apparently, according to the hounds in here, they know what that means too. So I'm going to quickly do this, and then we are going to head over to Toni and see what's been going on there. See if Rhogar was having a lie-in, or if Rhogar had headed out, or what he's been up to.
He's been super efficient. Is now like a supervisor or something. We're like, shit.
Everybody go up here. Okay,
God, I was overqualified.
Oh, dear.
They just gave me a management position. What could I do?
That's it.
They've handed me this clipboard and I don't know what to fucking do anymore.
I just point at stuff and don't write on the clipboard, and everyone says takes orders. I don't know.
I told someone to.
Crikey.
I just mentioned that I'd fancy some coffee, and then 4 guys turned up with different ones.
There you go. That's
I
it.
drank all
Rhogar is
of
now
them.
middle. Rhogar is now middle management.
Okay.
Alrighty, so doggos have been appeased. Toni,
I'm sure.
we know that Rhogar has filled it. I've broken the camera. Awesome. We know that Rhogar spent some time going through all that update paperwork and basically kind of doing all the vouch for it information that needed to be done for Dave.
all the really boring shit you got to do.
Surge, all the boring, but basically, Rhogar sat there and was a one Dragonborn HR department for an afternoon, and then took that to drop off.
Mhm.
What did Rhogar do next?
So, Rhogar. So how sort of what time of the day was it when he went and did that dropped the paperwork off?
So I want to say it was kind of 4, 5 o'clock-ish, getting on towards 3 or 3, 4. There you go. I've been wiggled fingers out. It was 3, 4-ish when Rhogar went off to do that. It is currently now, when Mercy has stormed about Rhogar's place, about 10 in the morning, because you guys did set off quite early, as I recall.
Cool. 10 in.
Also
so,
known as Lolly's bad at timelines.
So yeah, he would have after he dropped off all the documents and stuff, he would have gone for a little walk around the city, just have a little wander about, just to, you know, not to stress out, just like a quick one, particularly around the city hall, just to kind of get to grips with the location of it and stuff before he starts the next day. Yeah, would have just had a nice chill walkabout, maybe had a little look through some of the shops, wouldn't have bought anything, but he knows that there's a masquerade ball coming up, so he's gonna have a little look at some you know, potential fits.
Absolutely, gotta get ready.
Oh yeah, he's had a great, actually, he's had quite a nice few hours, you know, just wandering about peacefully, just in, you know, with his own head, you know. Probably stopped off at the Clinging Limpet for one of those incredible lemonades, cloudy lemonades, because he feels he's deserved
They are
it.
very good.
He's done a lot of paperwork today, and he's, you know, he feels like he deserves a little treat. So he maybe have done that. Maybe he dined out. He might have dined out, gone to like a nice little place, this little, you know,
Found himself a
Just
little bistro or something.
yeah, a little bistro, had you know, a little food and whatnot, and then he would have gone to, he would have gone ahead of them and ended up probably be getting some sleep before these rowdy boys showed up. And then that next morning he probably would have woken up pretty early. So just say it's about 10 now. Probably would have been up at about sort of 6ish. At 7, probably, you know, get himself ready, do some laps, do a bit of run, go for a run.
Nice.
Maybe
get that cardio in, you know.
Yeah, cardio in. Maybe do a little bit of training with the old great axe. You know, gotta keep the old swans.
Keep them skills up, yeah.
Keep the skills up, especially if he's going to be guarding today. And then he's probably at the moment found himself in a nice little cafe or something, having a coffee, probably a little tiny little espresso, which for him is literally like
Okay. So for him it's like there's an espresso, then there's the just a bit bigger than a thimble.
Yeah, he's probably ordered maybe 2 or 3 of these just for them to just, you know, be worth it. Probably ordered like maybe 2 or 3 and then asked if they could just all go in the same, like in a normal coffee cup with like 3 shots of espresso in, just so he, you know, it's...
So, just having thoughts, on a scale of like 1 to 5, so 1 being the burger van style, here's a cuppa, to the bougiest tea rooms at 5, where do we think he's aimed on this?
Costa Coffee.
Okay.
Oh, absolutely.
So,
yeah, he's maybe not Costa, maybe like coffee number 1.
Okay.
So nicer, because Costa Coffee is shit. Sorry, guys. I'm sorry.
I like Costa Coffee, but I won't
it's
lie.
kind of true.
It isn't too
But
bad.
the caveat to that is I actually almost never have any coffee from there. I don't have coffee from there. I tend to have like
Costa, and if I ever get Costa or Starbucks, I'll only get the fancy ones because I think if I'm there,
I'm there for a chai latte for something different. So no, I don't actually have the coffee because I'm really pathetic when it comes to proper coffee. I am a weak latte please girl, so yeah, I'm a tea lady. Okay, so interestingly, there is a nice sort of cafe type place just in the Guilds district, just towards the city hall. It's got a nice little outdoor space because, you know, it's summertime, so you perhaps might want to be out with your little collection of tiny weeny espressos.
Yeah.
What do you reckon? Alrighty. You right there, Loki? Just jiggling the whole computer with your butt scratching. No? Okay.
It's got a cheap butt.
So, this place is called the Brew-Ha-Ha Cafe.
Brew-Ha-Ha.
Yes. Oh dear. That's brew as in to make tea, as in brew. I'm typing it into chat. Cafe, the Brew-Ha-Ha Cafe. And it's one that, you know, a lot of people from the guilds in that district will take a little wander out to, especially the upper part. It's the funny shaped building out towards the city hall, so you actually have quite a nice view of the open square space. You can see people sort of meandering about, and it's not as busy as usual because it is kind of, you know, the Sunday-esque feel. So it's more of a chill atmosphere, having a quiet Sunday. Maybe even pastry or two, just, you know, breakfast.
Oh yeah, maybe.
Which is really helpful because,
really...
as I recall, do carry on. Pardon, Toni.
I was going to say he's already spending money before he's even done this job. He's just like, I'm going to spend. Oh, I bought a bunch of stuff, and I'm going to have to get rid of some money because I bought a load of stuff in my time off. I should have done 3 things. It's not that he doesn't have like the money. It's more that now I feel inclined to. I feel like I need to ask you how much would a glass of lemonade, a meal at a pub, 3 espresso shots, and a pastry.
Okay then. Okay,
I don't want to be a pain in the arse.
You absolute pest. Anyway.
I'm sorry. I just want to. I don't want to cheat.
The lemonade won't be that much. How posh of a bistro are we going?
For the food, not quite like a sort of a working man's bistro, so not like your proper fancy Michelin star type thing, but like
okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Like a prezzo level.
Prezzo level.
I don't go into prezzo much. Is that a proper posh one? Is Ask Italian?
I don't know. I'd say we're everywhere's posh where I'm from. Like everywhere.
Dominoes.
Okay. I'm trying to do some in-game maths, and I'm bad at maths all of the time.
I'm really sorry for this.
It's okay. And then a couple of espressos, pastry. Throwing that in.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to say you've probably spent about 5 gold, 7 silvers.
Lovely. 5 gold, 7 silvers. Cool. And lovely. Thank you.
But this is very fortunate though in a way, because where you are sat, as I recall, isn't all that far away from Rhogar's place. In fact, over in the Garden District.
Oh, nice.
Which is handy to know for when Mercy comes careening out of the building. Now, because we like to roll dice and we like to roll chance, what are the chances, do we think, that Mercy went towards the centre of the city and not the outer of the city? I feel like a dice might be needed. Okay. In fact, no, we're on this channel. Would chat like to roll me a dice?
Forgive
Aelyrya, you're
me.
muted,
I'm
my
not
darling.
too sure how to ask you this, but did you fuck my
What
wife?
dice are they rolling?
Honestly, anything, because it's just the odd or even number that I wanted.
Aflaf with the 17.
Aflaf with the 17. Love that. Love that. Which is handy. Which is handy because that means she turned right out of Rhogar's place. Which means she does go in towards the city. Which is helpful. Now, would a Mercy roll me a perception check to see if she happens to spot Rhogar out there with his lovely collection of espressos?
Okay, so
I feel like this is not a high DC. He doesn't exactly blend in, does old Rhogar?
No, we're going to use the new Mercy dice, though.
They are pretty.
Look at that with the black and the purple, and you can't really see it because of that light, but the iridescent in that looks like black opals. So let's see how this rolls, shall we? Oh, it's not too bad. It's not too bad. Oh, hang on. I'm on the wrong page. A perception, yes?
Yes.
That is a 16.
Oh, beautiful. That is not even as high as I needed from you for that. So yeah, as you're sort of making your way out towards the middle of the city, because you kind of just went off, I'm going to go find him. No idea where he's going to be.
Nope.
Whoa, look around. Massive purple dragon sitting outside a cafe.
Well, at least someone's sending me some fucking luck today. Huh. I just storm over towards Rhogar, and then I just flump.
Good
Please
day.
tell me. Please tell me that you at least are a sensible person.
I think so. I only had one lemonade last night, so I think it's pretty sensible.
I think we will count that as sensible.
Yeah. Coffee? I feel like you need one. I don't know, I get that vibe.
Does it come by the bucket?
I'm sure I could ask if I ask nicely.
Why not? Might as well.
Yeah. Oh, Rhogar will get
Look at
Mercy a coffee.
black coffee.
No.
Bring out the sugar cubes. Keep it separate. Keep the sugar cubes separate for now. You gotta try this stuff before putting the sugar in. Hey,
All right.
you don't know how much you need unless you taste it first.
Coffee's different everywhere.
Oh.
I don't know what Ostavian coffee's like. Well, actually, Rhogar does because he's just drank a load of it. But
Well, I'm going to find a D6 somehow. Eventually get the things that don't belong in the tray out the tray.
Are you giving us the
Gather.
West Patani brew?
Let's find out.
Find out.
We've got a D6. So yeah, no, Rhogar, you go in and they're again only lightly busy. It's kind of an early lunchtime, little bit of people. So yeah, you're able to order a drink and it comes quite quickly. You've ordered just an espresso, but in a massive thing.
is that a large black coffee?
Black coffee.
Yeah,
Large black
large
coffee.
black.
Large black coffee,
a
not a flat
large
white, because that would cause an argument.
A large Americano.
Mhm.
No milk.
Alrighty. So that comes out with, and again, it's not like the little sachets; it's proper little cubes, lumps of sugar.
With a tiny little bowl and some little
I'm gonna
tongs.
roll a d6.
Oh, the
Say that-
tongs. The tongs are just the best little thing ever. It's like tiny.
Yeah, teeny weeny ones. And that was a 4. So on a scale of 1 to 6, that is a 4 sort of strength of coffee. I don't drink coffee, but
That's
Pretty.
that's
that's a Columbia. That's a Columbia.
I
right
sense
there.
that's a kick in the face coffee. That one.
That's quite
That sounds
Oof.
great.
yeah. So that's because it's a large as well. That's gonna need 4 cubes. Well,
I just
Excuse
can I just have a moment just to appreciate how does her face look on that first sip, that first taster sip?
like that.
Like
Yeah, you
Like
might
that.
want some of these.
Thank you, Mr. Rhogar.
I
Thank you.
no bother. So,
Is it-
what's happened? Because you seem a little flustered. Is Quizz accusing people of fucking his wife again? Because That was a-
No. Well,
Apparently
yes.
not.
Well, yes, but no, that's not what. No, I just discovered that my brother is responsible for a little bit of a scandal going on in high society at the moment, and there are people out that are actually looking for his head. Thankfully,
oh my
they
god,
don't.
is
Thankfully,
he
they
killed
don't
someone
answer.
else?
No, he bunked someone's fiancée.
Oh god, that's worse.
Uh-huh. Yes, it is. They claims it was true love, but you know, I've heard that before. He said that about the tavern girl back in Tariad a few years ago. So I'm not entirely sure, but he doesn't seem to understand just why I'm mad.
Yeah, it's a bit of a fucker, isn't it?
Well, especially as this woman may well be at the ball.
Oh, that's a big fucker. Shit. Okay.
He said that he disguised himself with a disguise kit, but let's be real here. A disguise kit doesn't really hide the fact that he's got a big fuck of pair of stone-like horns and a massive finned tail.
Yeah,
So-
that's like me disguising myself by slapping a fake mustache on. It's not gonna really, he's not a subtle man.
No, especially not when he's getting his tits out.
Yeah.
Or
Or maybe if he covers the tits up, they'll be less recognizable.
Maybe, but I don't think he understood why I was so mad. The one thing I've ever asked of him for not like, just please, I need you to do this for me. Everything else is kind of like, I would like you to do this. If you don't, okay, whatever, I'll do it myself later, whatever the fuck. But this was the one thing, and that was to just not do something that could get us killed. And this is a thing that could get us killed. I had to leave. I had to get out. Come looking for you. And here you are.
Well, you found me, so which is good because it's a big old place. I assume you just came from old Rhogar's. He's just over there, isn't he?
Rhogar, yeah, the guildmaster's house lives. Wait, how did you know that?
I've been to Rhogar's.
To his house? Really?
Oh no, I've not been to Rhogar's house. I've spoken to Rhogar. In that case, is Rhogar's nearby?
Yeah, yes, it is. Wait. He has a beautiful house over in Utrin Stream. It's very lovely.
Actually, you know what? Wreck on all that. So where have you been, Mercy? Because I have no idea and no way of knowing. I don't know who you've been with.
Too much recap.
What's been going on?
Well,
I've just got too much context from a fabulous recap.
I know. It's we went over to Rhogar's. I had some information that I thought would be pertinent to him. Actually, it's very relevant to you. Rhogar only lives over there, so it got very lucky meeting.
That is good to know.
Yeah, just over there. You can tell it's the one.
It's really good for you to know now that you do know.
If you ever need to speak to the guildmaster, and he's not at the guild, just go to the house with the door knocker that looks like a skull with a pennant sticking out of its head, like out of the top.
That's sick. That's really sick. I won't lie. That's really cool.
It is really cool. It's very.
I've seen some door knockers that look like bees, or those like tiny little dogs with the long ones with the little legs. Yeah, I've seen ones like that.
What is it? A sausage dog?
Yeah.
It has a proper name, but it is a sausage.
There is actually someone who lives on my road with one of those, and I fucking love it. It's great. Sorry.
There's someone here who has one. It looks like a stumpy Doberman. It's just a tiny squat Doberman with stumpy legs, and it's just what are you? You're so angry and small, and you're cute. I'm going to put you in my handbag. But yes, I actually, Mr. Rhogar, yes, I have something for you.
Oh, for me?
Yeah. And she goes into her bag and she pulls out a little book and says, "Do you recall yesterday I mentioned about a book?"
Yes.
And I slide it over to him. Say, "There you go. One book. That is a list of shipments."
Yes. This is the one that is this. This is the one that's got that you took from the Mattison's brokers.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
If you look at the back page, and I will. For Tony's sake, in the general,
I have re-put it in and tagged Tony into
it's
it.
in there. Yes, there.
Thank you.
So you see what I was talking about? LV, all the way down. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm assuming that'll be bloody Vasco.
Well, I can pretty much guarantee it because Lothar Vasco was one of the signatories on this particular box in there, along with Ingrid Kashir.
Okay, right.
This is basically everything I think that has come from us, Davin. in however far back the book goes. I thought that perhaps if you had it, you could compare it with whatever you have on your investigations, and maybe you could figure something out, like a pattern, or figure out where they're going, or something. I thought it would help.
Yeah,
So-
no, this is good. Thank you very much.
But I also found this in there, and I'm going to pull out the locket that I showed last time and slide it across. I found this in there. I don't entirely know what it means, but potentially the person that owns the box may not be doing this because they want to.
Okay.
Inside that locket, there's a lock of hair, and I can pretty much guarantee it's from a crystal tiefling.
Oh. As in the big guy.
It's the hair in there is I know it's pink. I can't tell much about it, but I know that crystal tieflings are very popular for people who want to exploit other people. You know, big shiny things that just keep growing, and magical hair and all of that bullshit. So I don't know if the owner of the box, whose name I have as Remy Auclair, I don't know if that's in your list at all, but he might not be doing it because he wants to. There are a few other names that might be involved. I have some suspicions, and I think I might know who the contact on the council might be. I don't know for sure, but I have a suspicion.
Okay.
You know the ship that was scuttled recently?
Yes.
So my runner has told me that Henrik van Brinkelhoff himself has been getting shirty personally up at the dock about this, making a big scene, turning up and throwing his weight around. This is not normal. He normally sends a lackey to do it. The contents of that ship are not washing up as flotsam. They are not appearing on illicit markets. They're not being picked up. The manifest is bullshit. I think Van Brinkelhoff is making a scene to hide the fact that what was in there was not what was meant to be in there.
Oh, that bastard.
I think he might be involved. I don't have proof at this point. I cannot guarantee it, but there's a lot of coincidences that seem to be lining up. Not only that, somebody fitting Ingrid Kajir's description was also going up and making inquiries in the area. Which potentially means if Kajir and Van Brinkelhoff are in cahoots, Van Brinkelhoff could be one of the people looking to oust Thomas Ronenfeld.
Yeah.
I think that
bloody suspicious, isn't it?
Lothar Vasco's death may have set things in motion that could very well put a few spanners in the works for getting the book, but it's I mentioned to one of my contacts about your investigation. I didn't tell him anything about the part where you
Did a murder.
Yeah.
I did not tell my contact that. Thought it would be better to not. But
Probably.
Yeah, did explain about your investigation, what you turned up. Apparently, my contact's boss was very angry about Vasco's death. Absolutely fucking raging.
I see.
My contact's boss is the head of the Tipped Wings.
Everyone drink while we process that information. Mama Lee says so.
At this stage, I don't know exactly how deep in Crane is, but I know that Crane is a bit of a see you next Tuesday. So he's the kind of guy that would absolutely beat children. So he's not a good person. He has his name has initials that are turning up in the book, but his initials are pretty common, so it could be coincidence. But that does mean that if Crane is involved with Vasco, he might be looking into it, which means that you need to be very careful. They control the entire central city. They control the northern docks and they control the Temple District.
Yeah, I have been sort of avoiding the docks area since it happened.
Probably for the best, but
yeah, I've been trying to stay as far away as but not suspiciously so, but there's nothing I need from down there anyway. So yeah.
I know that Crane works out of a place up in the northern docks. He basically camps out at the Shrew and Falcon there. So I don't know if you know it, but
yeah, heard of it.
So is that the shriveled falcon?
The Shrew and Falcon.
Shrew and Falcon. Sorry,
Shrew
that was a
Falcon.
genuine question. I thought that's what you said.
No, Shrew and Falcon. That is a wings place. At this stage, I would say that the only, I suppose maybe two, but no, just the one, because his brother's really dumb. The only one at the moment that I would say it is safe to speak to is my contact. You saw him the other night at the pit fight.
Yes, indeed, Rhogar, you did see him because you saw that he was there with Mercy, helping with the situation. She was the one who stopped the big hit from landing that was going to be a Mercy.
Magpie.
Magpie.
Yeah.
He is probably the only one that you can really trust at this point, because I don't know how many are involved. I know that he is not. But I thought that this information might be helpful to you. It is I don't want anything in exchange for it. Just call it an apology for everything that you have to put up with now.
It's fine. I've travelled a lot. This is a lot going on, but hey, it's all part of the adventure, isn't it? Even though we were only supposed to get a fucking book, but now it's turned into more of a bigger political thing.
Sorry.
Hey, that's D&D for you. So,
when you've got a DM who's a habit of making a lot of plot hooks because, oopsie.
Yeah, I don't know. I just kind of feel like too many things seem to be connected.
But are any of them connected to this fucking Tome book, the other book.
Well,
I feel like everything's kind of coming together. Like you have contacts who know this. I obviously am involved in this in some capacity. I don't know what Quizz's deal is, to be perfectly honest. Oh no, that guy whose name that Toni can't remember.
Three-fingered
Arcady.
Arcady.
Yes,
Arcady.
he's
Damn
he's got a lot of
you,
money to
palm
steal out.
whistle!
That's it, Arcady and Stavel. Like, it all feels very random that us four have been brought into this to steal this fucking book, and all this other shit is going on outside of that. But ultimately, the main goal seems to be completely unaffected by it, except for the fact that the posho that your brother slept with is coming to the party.
No, I think that you so I mentioned someone wanting to oust Thomas Ronnenfeld from the chair. There's a group within who are looking at ousting him from his position.
Oh, yes, the ousting, oh, I've got so many documents open. The Tom guy, his name's
Thomas Ronnenfeld.
Ronnenfeld, yes.
Yeah, that guy. So they're digging for dirt on him and finding nothing because he's squeaky clean. Like,
I was going to say, he's a good guy.
Yeah, very good guy. So
I say,
nothing there.
Rhogar, even from your investigations, from your passing through, now you've heard of this guy, you know, because he's been in that position for like 15 years, and yeah, his reputation is beautiful. He's meant to be a really decent bloke, lots of philanthropic stuff, very chill, very nice.
He's like one of the only politicians whose career is completely clean, and there's like nothing on him, like not even a single, no drug scandals, no sex scandals, none of this, none of that. Literally just a guy who's doing a good job running that. Well, not that great if he's letting all this crime and stuff happen. But hey, he's doing his best. No what?
Tractor porn.
Tractor porn. Okay, I thought I heard you right. That's all right.
There is context. There was an MP that got caught watching tractor porn or something. What was it? Watching porn in the House of
Commons, and he claimed he was looking at tractors,
That
or he
was
was
it,
shopping
yeah.
for tractors or something.
Yeah,
they caught him in bird's eye view as he was scrolling, and then they went, "You were watching porn," and he was like, "No, I was shopping for tractors."
Why do people do that? That's so weird to me. Why are you watching anyway?
Well,
passing important legislation, having a wank. It's just one of those things that you do.
He watches his tractor porn in the privacy of his own home, and that's respectable.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
Well, destroying, the benefits of disabled people everywhere, but that's by the by.
Anyway, we're not getting into that politics in here, my guys.
Getting elected and then looking at porn in the House of Commons. My word.
This was Keir Starmer who did this.
What?
Was this Keir Starmer?
What?
No,
watching
some
porn?
Tory MP.
Some random
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, some
Sorry.
random Tory MP.
I'm going to just
gone.
do a moment of, we're going to lift the politics, we're going to go, fancy politics only, we're not having real politics in here.
I just wanted clarification on who was watching the porn, because it sounded like it was the Prime Minister, but it wasn't. It was just some other guy who is no longer important. Okay, that's fine. I wasn't going to tell any of my opinions on Keir Starmer. Don't worry, I'll keep them to my not off this string. I'll keep them.
It was not the UK Prime Minister that was looking at tractor porn in the House of Commons, so we legally like to say that on this.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So he's
I have not found anything bad about him. He's just a nice guy running the city. There's nothing on him.
So what do you think would happen if the Tom of Meriden suddenly disappeared while he is about to be re-elected? Do you not think this is interesting? That everything seems to be... I am a little concerned that maybe we were brought in really quite late to this kind of thing. This sort of heist is something that really you would want to plan several months in advance. This is a big thing.
Yeah, not a before.
It's not a 2-week planning thing, and yet
And also
Still-
trusting 4 people who are just, like 2 mercenaries.
low-ranking mercenaries. Let's be fair
Yeah.
here. We are low-ranking. We're not exactly
Exactly. Like
special.
this is a big fucking job. 2, as you put it, low-ranking mercenaries. Me, who's just a guy. I just done a bit of guarding work, and yes, I've been involved in this. And Quizz,
Yeah.
who is a director, and I don't see how he can't.
Sorry, I left this. This happened to us. You've got
And Quizz.
Mercy is off gathering information. Fallon's dealing with his curse, and I'm getting and Rhogar is getting dragged into all of this and dealing with the murder of Lothar Vasco, and Quizz is also there. It's like,
Quizz is writing his play.
Just doing
It
stuff.
is
And
indeed.
Quizz
in there.
Yeah.
So we are
Exist.
going to step away from these guys having this chat because time exists and it is moving inexorably. Because I keep being prompted that if we're going to take a break tonight, we probably should do that in the soon rather than later. So we're going to go for a short break. When we return, we will return to Quizz and Fallon and see how they have dealt with the Mercy walking out moment and all of that from there. So, Toni, something that we have started doing during our break times is some fun little character questions.
Ooh.
Where before the break, I offer you a question of what would your character do or how would they, for you to have a think about, and then we reveal it after the break.
Love that.
You are also given the opportunity to decide between you to ask that same question of an NPC you have met. We have thus far discovered that Christoph likes long baths and has a collection of rubber duckies.
Cute. Of course he does. Although,
Yeah.
I know the rubber duck is fine. I was going to say with that hook it must be difficult.
So, the question I will pose to you guys, ready for this break, is if they were to go on a road trip, or be planning a road trip, what role would your character be doing? Are they the driver, the navigator, the snack provider? Have a think and tell us after the break.
forward
We'll be
roll.
back, everybody.
Who's
Give it.
that Pokemon?
Who's that? We'll be back on the hour, because that gives us 11 minutes. So
It's
we're back for
Clefairy.
9 o'clock or whatever the hour is where you are. Back soon.
That's for later.
You know, Toni, you're a fictional llama.
Yeah.
Yes, I repeated that, especially so I could say it on stream. You're welcome, Cal.
Yeah.
Clip it.
Hi, everybody. We're back. I hope everyone's had a good break. I've refilled my flask of Iron Brew. Everyone's done a movement, a stretch, done what they're going to do.
Bit of lunge. Why not?
Quit. Yeah, why not? A couple of lunges, a few squats. You know, other forms of stretching are probably healthy.
Yep.
I don't know.
Apparently.
I did a
I
huge
wouldn't
win.
know. Huge.
Congratulations
Nice.
on your bladder capacity, my good sir.
It was very nice.
It's now in a 1901 Iron Brew bottle next to his computer.
Oh.
If your piss is that colour,
Then I
You
drink too much
have-
Iron Brew.
If your
Yeah.
piss is that
You are
colour,
very
you have some
dehydrated.
serious issues, my guy. You need to go to
Yeah.
a doctor and a nephrologist real soon. Oh, thank you, Earthlab. It's
Living
pretty. It's
on
got a
the
little back
edge.
on it. Sorry, he mentioned me. They went to my nice nose ring, and it's cute and it's pretty.
Outstanding.
Anyway.
image.
Which one is it? Yes. So, before the break,
Forgive me. I'm not too sure.
before the break, you had your players'
you
character
fuck my wife?
questions of what role, what job would your character do if they were to go on a road trip. This week, we are going to start with Fallon. What would
Oh, hello.
do? What's Fallon's job on the road trip? What he's going to do?
I think he's going to be in charge of music.
He's the music man.
Why not?
Sat there with his lute.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why not?
loot tooth.
Let's do it. Yeah.
Excellent. Well, seeing as we're at the siblings, Mercy, what would Mercy do? What's Mercy's role on the road trip?
Do you know what? I'm going to jump in here and say probably just glare at Fallon for having fun.
Wow.
I feel like
Someone's
Mercy would
feeling
be
bitchy.
someone
Chicken
is
tonight?
bitchy. Yeah. I think that Mercy would
Right.
she would be a planner. So she would plan the trip, which means she would probably be navigating because she knows where you're going.
Yeah.
Okay, so planner or navigator type job.
Yeah.
If she stays in the car
Alright.
and just doesn't disappear at random moments.
Yeah, it depends on how much Fallon pisses her off.
Yeah.
Wow.
Right, well, we lost the
Okay.
navigator, guys. And now for
Yeah.
music.
Yes, bye. Off you go.
Rhogar. What does Rhogar do?
Rhogar would make sure that everything is all the snacks and drinks and other essentials. So, like, depending on how long the road is, like your wet wipes, that sort of hand sanitize, those sort of things. They'll make sure everything's stocked up so it's a nice, comfortable trip. I also, for some reason, I see him being the one doing the driving, but I might be wrong.
I was going to say no one's said the
No one's
driving.
driving. Yeah. No one's driving.
So I'm glad
Who
you
wants to do
did,
that shit?
because I wasn't going
Designated
to
driver.
drive.
Okay, well,
Quizz gets driven.
Oh yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I see that. So Rhogar is kind of the supplies guru. Yeah.
Yeah. He's going to B&M. He's buying all of the tiny like hand sanitizers and
He's
that's-
organised.
Ye
Love
olde
it.
B&M.
Love it. Okay, and Quizz. What's Quizz doing?
Quizz would be the guy that like an hour into the
Just
journey,
be there.
his head just pops up out the back and he goes, "Where are we going, guys?" And everyone turns on and goes, "Ah!" Like, not knowing that he'd actually.
How
got in
did
the
you
car.
get in here?
Okay. So he's the surprise passenger.
Yeah, he wasn't invited. He just appears in the car, and you only realise he's there an hour into the journey, and he says something.
All
It's
right,
like in a
so
duffel
guys,
bag.
Just
Okay.
leave him. Like,
Yeah.
don't
I
let
am
the
also
dilemma.
here.
Wow.
Who invited
So,
this
which
guy?
NPC would you like
Just
to know?
driving.
NPC. I would go with Billy Melonarms. Let's throw his
Yeah,
name out there.
okay.
Yeah.
What's he up
Go on
to?
then.
I think
Billy-
if we break down, he's going to lift up the cart or something and help us repair it or some shit.
Yeah, honestly, that is where he would be his most useful. He's quite the practical do things guy. There's lots of it to do. He's gonna be like, I'm gonna pass out, and he will be the one in the back just.
Yeah.
I think he would like just. we don't have a functioning car, so he just picks it up with his legs through the bottom of it like the fucking Flintstones.
Like fucking Flintstones it
What
all the
he
way.
is though is
Just
a
lift
great
up
form
the
of
car and
entertainment because
runs.
he's not one who's asleep and you're there all going balancing shit on his forehead and seeing if he notices.
Just eats big brachiosaurus steaks.
Damn right. Legend.
Excellent. Alrighty, so prior to break, we had Mercy catching up with Rhogar and kind of updating each other on kind of what's been going on, which is, good to do. We are going to go back over to Rhogar's, not Rhogar, Rhogar. Oh, they're just similar enough to make it hurt my face.
We're in Rhogar.
Rhogar. Over to Rhogar's house, where he's still kind of left everyone to it. It's where Mercy's left, but he's left them to it. To Fallon and Quizz to discuss Mercy's departure following the revelation of Baltus Horst and the deflowering of Lisbeth Hartland.
Oh God!
Good Lord!
Sentence. What a horrific
That.
sentence.
This was a summer of passionate love.
Wow. Wow.
So yeah,
I wasn't
Mercy-
playing
it
anymore.
It wasn't summer. It was 6 months ago. It was winter.
Whatever it was. Then a winter. He doesn't remember what time of year it was. He just like, it's fine.
Oh, he was so in love. He doesn't remember what fucking time of year it was.
No, because he was just so encapsulated and enamored with their beauty. He was like, I don't know what time of day it is. I don't know what week it is. It doesn't matter.
Right. Okay.
There you go. If you believe
Yeah.
that, you'll believe anything.
Yeah. Yeah. Bullshit. Didn't leave the bedroom enough to know the weather.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow. Wow.
Dear.
Have some decency, guys. Come on.
He had to go to the toilet. Come on.
Yeah.
So,
Maybe get some
what
food.
are our lads making of
I don't know.
Mercy's sudden departure?
So, Fallon, you dirty
Yeah.
dog.
Well, she's. You alright?
Yeah, my fan's making weird noises.
Oh, explosion.
Spinny fan, not a fan. I haven't got a crowd behind me going, yay, Quizz said a line finally.
Quiz, he's done something. No, yeah. I mean, she was a really nice person.
Was it love?
I think so.
Ah, that's very sweet. Very, very sweet
Yes.
indeed.
I am not I'm not an opportunist. Do you understand? I just, we met. She didn't know who I was. I knew who she was.
So you knew full well that she was to be wed.
Well, I didn't know that much. I knew she was very rich, and I knew she was connected. And I thought, well,
What's that got to do with matters of the heart? Why do finances
Exactly.
come into things?
exactly.
Ah,
I'm
I
not
see.
shallow.
Wait a minute. Was it her that you loved, or her assets? And I mean financial assets.
Well, this is where it gets a bit into a grey area, because
Was she old?
I kind of. What?
You said grey area.
No, she's not old. She's a granny chasing around town. No, she was.
Alert.
The blue. Yeah, no. Yeah, no, she was. It became one thing and it turned into something else. Once you get to know somebody, you talk, you have a few drinks, you go for dinner.
You're saying that she was potentially a mark, and then
Well, the heart wants what it wants sometimes,
and so does the wallet.
Well, I mean, if she was going to, she wants to buy me things, who am I to say no?
Right. Yes. Quite the passenger princess, aren't you, Fallon?
Well, hey, in my line of work, when you look like this, you gotta get something out of it,
I see. I see. Okay, well, the heart wants what it wants. And I suppose if financial
I can
bonuses
tell
were
you
there-
think you think I'm shallow, or you think less of me. For
I
this.
don't think you're shallow,
No,
Fallon.
I can
no,
tell in your tone.
No,
I
I
can
don't.
tell.
Would Quizz just roll me a quick history check? Because
I'd love
you
to.
get around,
Uh-oh.
you get around high society, like, you know.
That's a 15.
Yeah, Quizz, you've heard of the scandal. You didn't know who was involved, and yeah, you know who she is. She's attended some of your plays. She is very pretty. Baby's
Wait.
a color purple.
There you
Wait.
go.
Are you saying that?
And as is on the stream for the streamers, her assets are decent.
Her assets are decent, are they?
Well,
Her assets specifically at this
Hey.
point.
Ooh, let's.
so yeah.
And what did you say your name was when you did this?
Baltus Horst.
Baltus.
Did you want to see some of my shtick as Baltus?
Yes, please. I would love a performance always.
Okay, wait a minute. Turns around and comes back and goes, aha, yes, I am Baltus Horst. Nice to meet you.
It's quite similar to your usual shtick.
Well, all right, buddy, fuck you, yeah?
Can't take the
She
feedback.
was bewitched by this kind of master of accents that I got going on here, so
I see.
just
I see.
fucking chill out.
No, it was good. I
No,
I
you
appreciate-
may mock, but, you know, just
well,
don't make me, yeah.
I apologize. I just, you're my leading man. Let's remember that. But
Wait. I thought that was Rhogar. Have I superseded Rhogar?
You're both my leading men.
I don't think that's. I think you're gonna have to pick sooner or later.
Well, you shall have an act off with Rhogar at some point, I'm sure. But I think if it's anything like that, then Rhogar doesn't have anything to worry about.
I'm sorry.
Please don't punch me.
He said that to the kid. It's okay, you didn't hear that because he said it to the camera. It's fine.
Yeah.
This starts looking at the fourth
It's
floor.
okay. That makes
Fa-
it fine.
Fallon,
He fleabagged.
Quiz
Who are you
is
talking
fleabagging
to?
it now.
Yeah, it just pulls off like the vicar in Fleabag. Like, who's that? Where did you go?
Where did you go over there?
So wait a moment.
Do you like that? Yeah. Sorry.
Are you saying that? I mean, I believe I've heard of this scandal. You're the philanderous fingerer of Osthaven?
I mean, I wouldn't go as far as to say that, but I mean, I knew this guy was bad news, so I kind of felt this is the time to try and make my move.
I see. Many birds.
You know, like a knight in shining armor, a Prince Charming, if you will.
Yes, and you are indeed, Fallon. You're quite the charmer, I will say. But you don't need to pretend to be someone else. You're quite charming as you are.
Thank you. But for, as Mercy said, security purposes, I couldn't talk or like I am now. I kind of had to jazz it up a little.
I see. Well,
It's all part of the chase, you understand?
the chase. Well,
Mm.
so perhaps maybe you'll see this person again, and maybe.
I mean, I'm quite happy to distract for the group, and I don't know, maybe rekindle a love lost. Who knows?
But does she know who you really are?
Well, this could be the big reveal, you see.
I see. Well, Fallon, if you need me to give you lines hiding in a nearby bush while you serenade her, while she
Serenade
from
her
down
Bergerac
below,
style.
throw rocks at the window.
Just go line. Yes, but I think we should probably catch up with my sister and find the Rhogar, because he's out in them streets and, you know, he's a killer.
There's a Mitchell and Webb sketch, isn't it? And he's in the bush and he
Yeah.
goes, "Tell her she's a dirty girl." Oh dear. Sorry.
Dear.
Shall we, let's go find him, because she probably would have calmed down now, it's fine.
Okay, I do apologize. Okay, let's go.
Okay. Well. Okay. I'm losing my brain. I was about to do something, and as I went to say it, my brain went, I dropped it. Was that your thought? Did you need that? Was that your next sentence? Gone. Yay.
No.
Love that, me. Love when I don't have brains for a hot minute there. So, seeing as we got Mercy to roll earlier, to see which way she was going to, well, got a roll off for Mercy to see where she was going, would chat like to roll us and see if these guys managed to go in the correct direction as they leave Rhogar's place?
Oh,
Unless
that's
you guys
it.
have a
We're-
particular reason as to...
We're going to be fucking off somewhere else. I can just feel it. A 6.
That's an
Yeah.
even. Wrong way.
So you guys go left out the house. Yes. Yeah, so you guys moving down the direction you go, find yourselves out the front of the Scaled Wizard again. The pub you spent some time in the previous night. Cal has gone.
I'm going to take a quick look in and just try and see whether I can see Rhogar or Mercy.
Okay. Well, we know they are not in there. It's kind of got a bit,
Right.
kind of a pre-lunchtime buzz, but nah, there's not many people there, and Rhogar is very noticeable.
Exactly. So he's just like, well, they're not in here. Let's keep going. They're going to be around here somewhere.
Okay, and are you gonna carry on out the central city, or are you gonna turn around and go back in and kind of do some looking
I think we'll
around?
turn back in and head back because it's like, well, if they're not here, I doubt they would have gone farther. So let's double back and go. the
All
other way.
right. So as you're kind of making your way up towards the city hall, would either of you, both of you, whichever would like, make me a perception check and see if you spot.
Natural 20 on the shiny. So that is 26 on the perception for Mercy.
Oh, us two. Sorry, I thought you
Yeah,
Yeah,
got
you guys
one.
can go.
Oh, I got 3. Sorry.
Okay, so
This
Rhogar,
pastry's
you're really
really
busy with your. You've got yourself another pastry. You've got a face full of pastry and coffee. You're kind of busy with that. Mercy, you spot them from a mile off. Gentlemen, what do you roll?
Mhm. I rolled a 15.
Okay, yeah. Again, bright purple dragonborn. That's adequate for you to go. There they are. Quiz.
That could be Rhogar.
I rolled an 18.
Oh, yep. So actually, Quiz, you probably spot them first. And you're like, there they are. Got them.
There they are. With the class
Yeah,
one.
Just do them.
Our cafe before, and you know they do strong coffee, but very nice pastry.
Mm,
Put the pastry up.
let's do this.
Montage as we walk to this coffee shop.
Fuck yeah. Explosions behind us.
Yeah.
Wow.
Dove.
With,
gets thrown into the air.
And then we just go to the counter. It's like, one latte, please.
With
Yeah.
with my 26, do I spot them coming?
You see them coming, yeah. You spot ahead. You're like, there they come.
Fuck it, Rhogar, I don't want to talk to them right now. I'm just going to listen.
Quizz done?
You guys, listen. You guys
I didn't fuck
are
anybody.
you guys are doing watch stuff later anyway. I'm gonna get
yeah.
started. I'm gonna get started on my stuff. Okay, so
Alright.
I'll
No, Mercy,
check-
please.
I'll
Don't
check
go
in with you
again.
later. I'll check
No.
in with you later, Rhogar.
Why must you
Just-
split the party?
Please stay. Please stay. We like your
Please
company.
don't go.
because
Don't walk
frankly, my
away.
brother's an asshole, and I don't want to talk to him right
He's
now.
sorry. He told me all
Both
about
of you
it.
boys have rolled a high enough thing there. You spot
I'm not.
as that she's getting up to leave as you guys are getting there.
I
Oh.
shout exactly what I shouted.
Don't go.
Mercy, they've
Hold
shouted you
on a
back.
second. I've lost my puppy. 1 second.
Oh shit.
What was it you just shouted
Oh
at,
shit, she's
at the table?
really fucking gone.
What did I
Did
shout
Quizz
out?
shout?
I
Yeah.
shouted, I didn't fuck anybody. And also, he's sorry. We talked about it. He's sorry.
But yes, so yeah, Mercy, they've shouted you over.
Which is a
They've
lie.
said, "No, go!"
Please don't go.
Why should I listen to him if he doesn't listen to me? I'm going. I'm gonna keep going.
No, Mercy, please! Rhogar, stop her!
Hey, look, man. I've still got some pastry left. I'm not going to abandon it.
Oh, fair enough.
Just
Fine.
goes like that, goes.
Go!
Also, not going to force anybody to stay if they don't want to.
I'll
Yeah,
put
that
on
would
a-
be bad, Quiz. Come on.
I suppose. Fine, leave.
She'll blow off steam. Find us later. Bye. See you soon.
Come back. No. Stop.
Does
So
any of this entice Mercy to stay? Or is she just like, nope, peace out?
I'm gone.
Do I still have the
Go on,
book?
guys.
Did you take that
I'm
with you?
heading. I'm heading. I've left you the book. I'm really sorry. She's being. Excuse me. Hush up.
You got the book. It sounds like
Yeah, I got
you
the
still
book.
got the book.
Oh, I have given Rhogar the book. I've also given him all the information that I have related to my suspicions on that. Don't eat that, you dickhead dog. And ow. It's all right. I don't need brains. She's just gonna headbutt me. There was something I was going to tell Rhogar before we went off on the break, but I've forgotten what it was now. So if I remember it, I'll send it to Toni, but I can't remember. Ow.
Oh, she's grown.
She has.
I was gonna say, fucking hell, that dog's big now.
She's wearing little pants at the minute as well. So.
Oh.
Fashionable.
I don't think
Show
it's
off your
for fashion.
pants.
Oh, the pink pants of
Look
doom.
pants. Look at those little
I've got the
pants.
same
I'm stop
pair.
showing in my pants. No.
Oh yeah.
Oh dear. She hates them. She hates the pants so much.
I hate wearing pants as well. I feel it.
Hard relate, my girl. Hard relate.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
Ramble,
Yes,
shush. Woof.
Hey, boys, I'm sorry I couldn't keep her. I mean, I didn't exactly try, but I don't feel comfortable forcing people to stay if they don't want to.
Don't worry. She
And
does
she
this all the
seemed
time.
pretty
She'll be back
adamant
soon.
about it, and I was quite worried that I'd lose a finger if I tried to stop her.
Speaking
I'm
of
actually
fingers,
just gonna go and deal with the dog, which is why I had Mercy go away. So.
Oh. Also, I
No,
think she's
she'll
got
be
an
fine.
issue with a dog or something. She's got to go see a man about a dog, from what I get.
She just keeps collecting these fucking things.
Yes. As to you, so I hear.
Hey, that was the love of my life. Fuck you, Rhogar. Let's go.
Hey, look,
Goes to tip the table over. No, he doesn't. I'm just
I've
joking.
still got my fucking coffee on that. You. So boys,
yes.
obviously
Drinks?
I've heard about your
Oh.
your situation,
What?
Fallon.
Yeah.
About your previous romances and how it's kind of put you and your sister in a really dangerous situation and stuff.
Yes.
And
The thing
Yeah,
really-
I
kind
think
of
it's,
wanted by the aristocracy who want to behead
I
you, which is
think
a funny
it's,
turn of events.
I think it's slightly exaggerated, if I'm honest. I think it's been blown out of proportion. I think we'll be fine. I don't see a problem here.
I mean, the only problem that I'm seeing is that she's going to be at this fucking ball thing that we got to nick the book at.
Then I run interference and distraction.
Okay. On other news, more I feel somewhat pressing, but I don't know. So Mercy's told me all this stuff about these people and all to do with Vasco and stuff.
Mhm.
And I really need to go back and read a load of stuff that basically happened when I was away, because that was a lot of information, and not everything went sunk in, so I'm going to be doing some reading over the next week so I can remember it all. Apologies.
Hey, HR's
apologies.
a bitch.
Hey, look, mate, fucking paperwork after paperwork. Like, how many different forms of ID do you need? Surely my passport's
Well,
enough.
At least
It's
seven.
health and safety gone. It's health and safety gone mad. That's all I'll say.
It's crazy. You know, I had to learn how to use a ladder.
I mean,
3 points of contact.
Ladder.
You gotta do that shit.
3 points of
Yeah.
contact at all times.
you've got
That
to
doesn't
do
make
manual
sense.
handling and turning
I-
and bending, twisting.
I'll tell you what, I can lift up a hell of a box now. Legs not back, you know. Good
Straight-legged, twisting.
stuff. Don't bother using a fire extinguisher if it's larger than the size of a waste paper basket.
Yes, I always remember the triangle. You got the oxygen and yeah.
I was
yeah.
I was always told the harder you jerk, the lesser the work. But never mind.
I think that might be something else.
Oh, perhaps not manual lifting. Okay.
Not manual lifting, I don't think.
Okay.
So,
Also,
I mean,
right,
yeah.
but the
Go,
thing
go,
is,
go. Tell us.
all of this stuff has triggered this weird like thing in my brain, and I'm So, right, we're obviously trying to find this book.
Oh yes, I
Yeah.
forgot about that.
Yeah, that's our main goal. But all of this weird stuff keeps cropping up as we're doing our plans, and we're doing these little jobs for develop, like, you know, as well. And we're finding out more information. Obviously, I've been involved in the whole Vesco situation, and Mercy's found a load of information about that as well in this book that she's given me, and it's got a load of delivery dates going back like as far as last year. From Vesco, but she said something about these the shipments in the book never arrived. And now
So-
I think that that's. I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to read this.
I think I have a theory here. I think
And
that
The shipment, the scuttled shipment,
The
hasn't been
scuttle-
showing up.
The scuttle shipment hasn't been showing up. Thank you very much. And fucking one of them, the Kroonveld, I think, or Brinkerhoff has been throwing his weight around. I think it was Kroonveld.
by the
Van
way,
Brinkhoff.
I think.
Brinkerhoff, I am so sorry. I'm absolutely butchering
You're
everything.
okay,
Right,
don't
right,
worry.
And then Brinkerhoff's been coming around, fucking flinging his weight around, probably some sort of distraction or something, I don't know. But anyway, she knows all this information from a contact of hers. I think you probably know Magpie, don't you?
I've heard of them, yes. Yeah, I've heard of them.
So, Magpie knows about my investigations, does not know it. But he knows about the investigations. And their boss fucking fuming that Vesco's dead. Who is their boss? None other than the head of the Tipped Wing.
And what's their name
Okay.
again? I
got that
forget.
right. The head of the Tipped Wings, Dieter Corliss, aka Crane.
Dieter.
Dieter Corliss.
Dieter
Okay.
Corliss, aka
Dieter.
Crane.
Great.
Okay.
And yeah, obviously based Shrew and Falcon. Or Shrinkled Falcon is what I thought. I misheard it.
Shrivel Falcon.
I think we've all been there and done that.
No, the Shrew and Falcon. But anyway, that's all kind of a big mixture of things. There's a much, in my mind, is a much bigger thing than stealing a fucking book. And like now,
I have a theory.
Yes.
what is it? Go on, mate.
I think we have been hired to be some sort of fall guy for whatever they're planning. It's a trap.
Because the other thing that Mercy was telling me is that Van Brinkerhoff and fucking the other one,
Kroonveld?
Quizz.
Kroonveld, had potentially, potentially been working together to take down fucking Thomas. Bloody Thomas,
Tommy Clean Shoes.
Ronenfeld.
He's such a lovely
So-
man.
I kind of have a theory that this whole, you're involved in this human trafficking investigation, that they're going to try and get someone on the council who's going to wave this kind of shit through.
So this is part of my investigations, is that I know for a fact that Vasco, why has he been allowed to get away with doing that shit for so long before
Connections, man.
Killed him, yes.
because the fucking guy, there's somebody on the council basically saying,
Yep.
nah.
It's a rich guy, lots of money, who's using his influence to make this happen. I would say that the scuttled ship might well be more cargo. And the reason we haven't seen it is because it's all at the bottom of the fucking sea. Just fucking bodies, man.
Oh, that's dark. Okay. That's the
I'm
direction
going to
we
say
went
that
with
that's not. Based off of Lolly's reaction, I'm going to guess that's not it. Or now it is.
To be fair, I said something similar in our last session,
Yeah.
only I described it as being like the Chapel of Fallon. So,
Yeah.
Yeah. But so this is obviously a massive thing that's going on, and it's a bit of a conspiracy, and it just feels weird that we're all kind of we're all kind of connected in this way. And Arcadia, I feel like Arcadia's got to be involved in some way. And Quizz, you owe him money, so it's like, did they just go out of their way to try and find people who
I
are
think this book is.
involved?
Yeah.
I remember what it was.
Aren't involved, like you say, they aren't involved, but have connections, so they could easily go, oh well, fucking so and so did it because they stole the book, and now look, bloody Thomas Ronenfeld is scandal. Yeah, which isn't true because I'll tell you now, that fucker is cleaner than a bath. If I was trying to think of something funny and I couldn't.
Nobody is that squeaky clean. They must have something on him.
I don't know. I think he's just a genuinely nice person, and maybe that's why so much fucking crimes happened in the city.
So,
you know, maybe it's almost a bit too. But yeah,
maybe they're going to blame him for the book being stolen. They're going to say it was your fault. It was on your watch. You got to step down. You're a disgrace.
I think that's what Mercy was sort of getting at.
And then we're the fall guys.
And then we're the fall guys because we did it for him because they know who we are. They don't really care. We're nobodies, realistically. I mean, not Quizz. Obviously, he's a critically acclaimed director. But
it would ruin his reputation. Pom whistle.
Fucking pom whistle. Pom whistle.
That fucking bastard.
Sorry, Tony. I've just remembered what it was I was going to tell you.
Oh, wait. Let me go on.
So what I was going to tell you
Damn
was
you,
that
pom whistle!
the reason that we were offered the job is because Crane told the Verons, so Raven and Magpie, that they were not allowed to do the job. Dieter Corliss stepped in and said no on a very profitable job.
With it in mind that the Verons have the reputation they have of being like, they are the guys
who
do
the
all the
best.
really big heists.
Magpie's nickname in Osthaven is basically King of Thieves. He is the thief in Osthaven. He is like the top thief in Osthaven. And Crane told them not to do it. And that was what I was going to tell you. I just suddenly remembered because that's kind of important because we only got the job because Crane.
Essentially.
We only got the job because Crane said no. But if Crane's involved with Vasco, he said no to keep the wings out of it, to keep his image clean. That was Mercy's score.
Yeah.
And I'm going to put another little spin on this. My little accident at the fighting pit has now made me expendable. And it just goes like that and goes, probably all of you as well.
Oh
my God! Do you
they
think
cut the ties?
Do you think that they know that I?
Oh, if they don't, they probably will by now.
Oh, what the fuck do you mean? What does that mean? By now? There's no way.
These people aren't stupid. They are probably. They have lots of connections. They have lots of power. They've probably figured it out, or they'll frame somebody else. But we are kind of in this whole book situation. The book is just a fucking red herring. It doesn't mean anything.
You know what? I'm so disappointed because I was so excited for that fucking party.
I mean, we can find out more at the Masquerade Ball, but I mean,
the
way it's
party.
going, we have to.
I know, but I feel like we can't now because we
can just cause some shit and find out some more stuff. I would say that, to be fair, the book is probably bullshit, and if we don't steal it, what happens then? They have to have a plan B, surely.
I wonder, what do we know about this book? Like about the history of it? Anything? Do we know anything? I mean, I don't.
Was it like magical? We were told it was magical in some form.
Oh dear, Mercy does, but she's gone, so she can't tell you anything.
Yes, she has. Maybe she has a moment of going, "Oh, this is silly," and turns around and goes back.
No, brother's a fucking douche. So no, you lot get to suffer without the information that I have, and I know someone who's having an affair. So no.
I bought you a large coffee.
I broke into an accountant's for you. I love you that much, Rhogar. I love you so much. I broke into an accountant's for you.
I'll let you put sugar in coffee. That's how much I love you, Mercy. Without judgment.
Wasn't it? I'm pretty sure it was like alluded to as some sort of magic involved. This is like a magical book or something.
Yeah, I just thought it was like a sort of relic,
So-
like a religious.
It was like a
item.
relic. It was like a
Hey,
showpiece.
you guys, roll me some checks. Let's see what we can make you roll.
So like history.
Ooh, you can roll me history or religion.
Both of those are -1 for me, so I'm gonna go with
Oh, you're
history.
paladin. Shouldn't you have?
Religion's intelligence based, and I'm not intelligent.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Also, my paladin doesn't come from religion, so I
Comes
didn't
from
pick it
family,
as I didn't
so-
pick it as a skill that I was thinking.
That makes
I got a
sense.
13. I got a 13.
I got a dirty 1. Can you believe?
Filthy one.
I
Awesome.
got a dirty 1.
Awesome.
So Rhogar knows fuck all.
6.
Beautiful. Excellent. Rhogar doesn't even remember what they're talking about. It's a nice book, isn't it? Must be
This is a
shiny.
really good pastry. Guys should try it out.
Focus on the
Quizz,
book, man. Come on.
You know it's
What?
something historically important, and there's some sort of magic stuff because the timeline you're living in is the time of the tome. Like in how in real life we have BC, AD. Yeah, if you guys, this is the time of the tome, so you know it's important because it's in the title of the timeline you're living in. Fallon, what was your role again? Remind
13.
me.
13.
13. Alrighty. Okay, so you don't recall the details, but you know there was some sort of big event that caused the resetting of the timeline, and you know that the tome was to do with that, something to do with stopping the world from ending, something like that. And that the belief is that the tome travels around the major cities, and that it must keep doing that, and that everyone believes it has to keep doing that, or else things will all of chaos will befall the lands.
Was
And
it something to do like
it's
been
that
shut
kind
as
of-
well? Like
Yeah, if it must be left open to
Hmm.
all the harmony and all that shit. I'm not giving you more detail because he doesn't roll high enough for more detail.
Fair enough. I'll relay all that information and be like, yeah, so it might just be a relic. It might just be something that, everybody's like, oh, we got to see the book. And if it's stolen on Big T's watch, then he's in big trouble. And it might, he'll have to probably resign in disgrace, which is be the only black mark on his record.
Heck of a mark, though.
I wonder. Right, so what happens if we don't do this? Don't do this book. I get found out as killing Vasco. Quizz, you obviously owe Arcadia a lot of money.
Yes, I'm fucked.
Mercy and Fallon, you and Mercy are. Is that money as well, or blackmail? I can. Or is it
It's
just
column A, column B. I'm in
Wait.
deep. It's a bit of both.
If we maybe continue to act like we're gonna steal the book, but we actually start focusing our attentions on the bigger picture and try and shut that down, which involves
Mhm.
pretty much everybody whose shit lists we're on.
And a lot of them will be at that masquerade ball, I believe.
A lot of them are going to be at the masquerade ball. Maybe we just kind of deal with that, then we're out of the water.
Mm-hmm.
Your debts probably will get cleared because who's going to be upset that you owe a criminal money? Vasco's a piece of shit anyway, so I'm sure I'll be hailed as some sort of hero savior. Who knows? And Mercy
Who
and Fallon,
knows? I hope.
I imagine you could, whoever is involved in your thing, they'd probably get, shafted too, and you'd probably be all right to just go and do whatever you to leave. I don't know. I don't know if
But-
it's a risky move. It just feels
I
like
have thought about this. What if they have sent someone else to steal it as well. So if we fail, they have a backup. Someone steals that. He still gets blamed. He still has to resign. The fucking shit rolls on.
We need to go to this party. We do anyway. It'd be strange if we didn't. It'll look really suspicious. Maybe it's just worth keeping an eye. Or we do a fake steal. I don't know how we do that, but we could try.
The old switcheroo.
Maybe.
The sneaky.
But I think we're onto something. I think we're close.
I don't know, fellas. Everything seems too coincidental, and I feel like we're focusing now on the wrong thing. Which is not our fault, because that was the thing we were told to focus on. But there's so much other shit that I think is more important and a lot worse going on.
Well, I mean, since we uncovered and you start leaning close, a smuggling of people ring, that's kind of, I feel, more important than some shitty old book.
Especially from somebody who is protecting them from the council.
And very well connected. Mm-hmm.
Well
but
connected.
I still don't understand what the fucking jelly men are involved, how they factor into this as well.
The jellyfish men are Vasco's lot.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Mm.
And
okay.
No, you've not told me that bit of information, so I have no idea about the guy in the pub. But
I'll tell you that information now.
The jellyfish men are there.
Go on then.
Yeah, I'll just be like, we went drinking. We saw a big guy called Billy Melon Arms who had a jellyfish tattoo on his arm. And we got drunk and probably said, yeah, we'll work for you. And he kind of got hastily sort of taken away.
Oh. Yeah, probably one of Vasco's lot.
Which means we
But now
may
you
have
work
an
for
in
Vasco.
there. I don't. Well, I
No.
mean,
Some bardic
when we said-
inspiration.
we were drunk and we said, hey, we'll do some jobs for you. Let us know. And it was this redheaded girl was like, fuck this. Come on, man. Whoa, and bundled him off.
I do like the way you replay things in a slightly different way to how they occurred, but it makes me smile every time.
Unreliable.
Damn
narrative is a
you,
very
palm
interesting
whistle!
storytelling format.
It's genuinely delightful, and
It's great
I
for
love
D&D.
He's a fantasist. He's like, I think it happened like this. But yeah, so, I mean, it might come back and I don't know, but maybe we find Billy Melon Arms and say, look, we're still down to do some work.
Maybe.
It's a thread. It's a thread.
It's something for sure. Absolutely. Billy Melon Arms. I'm
Quizz.
assuming Melon Arms isn't a last name.
That's what he called himself. So
as much as a descriptor.
I think we, are naming someone after their most prominent bodily feature that seems to be quite prominent around here. So,
I mean,
you call me exquisite huge penis. So
They
there
don't
we
call
are.
nobody's called you that.
No, nobody's called me. Not even my wife. I've asked her many times, but she just won't do it.
Your wife called me that though. Hey, I'm joking.
And she's called me that. And
I
she's called me that a couple of times
fucking
too.
knew it.
No. I had a joke. I've
All this time.
No.
It was right under my nose, but on top of my wife.
No, because one,
Forgive
that
me,
seems
I'm
physically
not too
impossible,
sure how to
and
ask
two,
this.
I've not.
Did you
touched
fuck my
your
wife?
I have not. No, it was a joke. I'm very sorry.
Roll the dice! Rhogar, I believe you.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, well,
So, just thinking out loud here, with you, Quizz, with your connections and the world of the theater and things, does it affect like your rival with Palm Whistle? Is he connected to this some way?
probably he's always got his grabby fingers in all sorts of pies. Filthy, filthy pies. Everywhere.
Has Quizz been day drinking at some point? Just out of curiosity.
I don't know when.
Sorry, it's the smell
Yeah,
of the
it's like-
coffee. It's just making me rather hyper in the brain. Palm Whistle, let's just say that he's It wouldn't surprise me if he was involved in some way or shape or form. He is greedy, egotistical.
It seems
He-
pretty strange that he would get the biggest theatre in the city.
No, no.
as
And he's
far
a
as I'm
talentless
concerned,
hack.
I've not heard shit about him. The Rose
Exactly.
and Jester Entertainment Hall. Fuck off.
I know, right? Shocking. Absolutely
Wait.
shocking.
He's got a performance at this Masquerade Ball as well, right?
Of course he has.
Is there a potential that they are trying to do the same as what we're doing, using Pom Whistle to smuggle people in for reasons? Steal the book as well? I don't fucking know.
Are you suggesting we go and talk to that absolute bastard?
Oh, do
No,
we
not-
have
well,
to?
Probably not right now, but
Let's
I've
just
done
say,
nasty
cover-
shit in my time, but I don't think I could face that. I don't think my stomach.
he's a genuine crevice.
I don't know why you hate him so much. He's never done anything to like. Okay.
Well, he's done stuff to her.
Damn
Quizz,
you,
and we're
Pom
his
Whistle!
bros.
Well, here's the thing.
Therefore,
It wouldn't
Bro
surprise
code.
me. Yes, it was the borough code indeed. It wouldn't surprise me if he had somehow got involved in this. He's never turned down a role in his life. No respect for the arts.
I don't think he's turned
Maybe
down
we
more
should-
than one type of role, mate. Looking at him.
He is a chunky bastard.
Wow. Okay.
What
I'm sorry,
if?
that was.
My guy.
What if he owes people money?
Probably.
What if he's in debt? And they're going to use him as an opportunity to be like, hey, listen, you can pay off your debt if you help us get people into this masquerade. We've arranged for you to get the centerpiece performance, blah, blah, blah.
Are you saying that he's in the exact same situation as we are?
It's basically mirror image.
Paul says, what if he's
He's the
just a
plan
better
B,
director?
maybe.
No. Is the answer
Okay.
to that.
I've not.
I just wondered if that's a...
What if
I
he just
never
has
heard of him.
over 12 years of experience? Okay.
I just wondered if that's a possibility that they're going to pull like a stunt, like, well, if one fails, we've got a backup, and he's, that kind of situation.
We're going to have to find this out, aren't we?
Well, I don't know. We'll have to see what else turns up.
He's not going to talk to us, though, is he? Like, he knows us. He's not going to fucking
Does he,
talk
though?
to you. He's not going to
He
talk
knows
to Quizz.
Quizz.
Well,
Yeah,
I could-
He's met all three of you.
I was gonna say he's met us because I fucking was hurling
Oh, yeah.
insults at him. So
Yeah,
he knows
because
who
tried
I
to
am.
recruit you, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
he
I
did.
don't believe he knows who Mercy is, though.
I don't believe so. I mean, I could play nice with him, but let's just say that would be the hardest role I've ever played.
I feel like the damage is done there. I don't think that that's I don't think that that's going to happen. I can't see a world in which he'd share that information with you at this point in the game.
I mean, this is an extreme idea. We could fucking jump him and kidnap him.
Oh.
I'm
Yeah,
not saying we do. I'm just saying it's an option to like shake him down and be like, "What the fuck do you know, man?"
dare
go
we
from there.
walk this dark, dark path?
Or he's completely innocent and you just don't like him because he might be a better director than you. I don't know.
Don't you swear again, Fallon. You watch your tongue.
I'm just saying, maybe he's a sort of like we are, a fool guy. Maybe he's completely innocent and there's nothing to do with this.
I'm still a prick.
So, while you guys are sat there making some worrying plots about Pom's Whistle, honestly, that I hadn't prepared for in the slightest, so DM panic. This is what it looks like.
Let's not go down this route then, because it's clearly not the right one.
It's okay. I just have to get stuff ready. It's fine. It's just
I'm just
areas I didn't even think to prep.
I'm so confused because there's a load of stuff coming up now, and I'm like, wait, what the fuck are you? What? What did you-
Anywho,
I'm so
Stuck
confused.
around, you might have helped.
I'm
You
so
guys-
confused.
You guys are, but bear in mind the time of day, you are going to be expected for your shift at the City Hall. Coming on for quite soon. We are just going to meander over and see after Mercy marched off indeed away from the party. Where's she going?
Away.
Where's she going? What's she doing?
I'm going to speak to the Kronvelts.
Wow! Okay, that's a choice.
Yeah.
So she's going to take a meander over to the Kronveldt residence, which is actually in the Northern Docks. They are actually outside the central city walls, which is where they are normally based. Is it wealthing or is it a pointed snub of wealth? Because they do consider themselves more self-made than some of the other noble merchants in the city. So that's where Mercy's off to. Okay, cool. We're coming back to that. Do the gentlemen have anything else they're going to do before they go for a bit of guarding? Are they all going to go to guarding? Because there wasn't the opportunity that the two of you or some of you could decide not to.
I'm going to go. I'll go along. I think they were expecting 3, weren't they? So
They technically
They're
were, but
They're definitely expecting me, so I absolutely have to go.
right.
We've got a little guard box, so
Go. Yeah,
The
I'll
guard
turn up.
box.
I'll go with you.
Yeah, we'll go.
Like just
Dave,
like that in the guard box is too massive, guys.
you will go. You actually, I'll re-find it, but you will be receiving a map for this, and it isn't just a guard booth. It is actually a proper size space. You won't
Oh,
be.
I'd rather it was better like
Oh,
that.
oh, okay.
Just make it more
No,
visually
never
amusing.
mind. It's it's tiny. It's about the size of a phone box, and all 3 of you have got to sit in it together.
I don't want
Perfect.
that. So
Oh.
can that not be the case, please?
Tell you what, there'll be a normal size
Boo.
one, and then there'll be a phone box size one, and you guys can decide who gets squished.
Great.
By the way, none of us have to, which is the best part.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but maybe some of us want to.
Excellent. And Quizz, are you going exactly as you are, or are you going to get ready in your Dave Butters attire? Because they're expecting a Dave Butters.
dice!
I suppose I'll bet on
Advantage for Tony from Snowstone.
Oh, beautiful.
Me? Oh,
You were
thank you very
missing
much,
something.
Snowstone. Yay!
All righty. So, I'm going to make the decision to wrap it for there tonight, guys, because I feel like everything else is going to be a worm can that I'm going to go, hey.
I'm
And
sorry,
it is actually.
I conspiracy theories too hard.
No, you're all good. You're all good on your timings because it means that
I
we can
think-
wrap up at a reasonable hour and don't end up running late.
Some
making everyone
bardic
stay up too late.
inspiration.
Oopsie. Because I'm prone to doing that. So, we will recommence next week with Mercy going to chat with the Kronvelds and with the gentlemen beginning their guard shift. Which
Dude.
we will see how that goes. I'm going to find the thing that I want to find. There we go. Cool. You guys still haven't gone to the places I thought you were going this morning, so I can move that down to the next week's stuff.
I've not actually moved this episode. I've been sat at a table at a coffee shop for the entire episode.
You've had
Yeah.
some great coffee.
Oh no,
Coffee shop
that is a
cheap.
lie. I did go to the counter to buy a coffee, and I did have some good coffee, so I have moved. I have physically moved.
Rhogar,
am
scan the
also-
QR code for table service.
It's just
I am also going to apologise for splitting the party again, folks, but the dog was being an absolute bastard, and I wasn't sure how soon I was going to be able to fix her up.
Deal
So
with.
I was
Fair
like, I'm
enough.
just going to move her away, and then
Alrighty,
because
so-
I knew we were going to split up anyway because of the guarding. So I thought, okay, we'll just do it
you
now.
gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
Got
Sorry,
a hound,
guys.
Got a dog. So, we're going to do the loop around, and everyone, you can tell us who you've been playing, who you are, where we can find you, whatever other spectacular information you want us all to have. I'd say we're going in reverse order, but that involves memory skills. But Shiv, would you care to
Hello,
take the start
I
of
shall.
words?
Hello, yes, I'm Shiv. You can find me over at IOShiv across all the social medias. I've been playing Fallon, the beefy tiefling romancer of the party. And yes, come find us our Tukiat podcast this weekend, where we talk about our affiliation with Die Hard Dice, which I've got right here. Nice chunky D20 I've got. Very nice, very nice. We've got some Die Hard Dice there. And if you would like to go to Die Hard Dice and purchase yourself some dice, use code KOBOLD10 for 10% off your purchases. So yeah, go check that out. We talk about the dice and the 2000 D&D movie, which was utter balls. And then we brighten up by talking about the 2023 one, which is really good. So there, come check it out. Have a listen. It's good fun.
Excellent job. And going in the reverse loop-to-loopiness takes us on to Toni. Toni, tell us things.
Hi, I'm Toni, and I've been playing Rhogar, who is an Amethyst Gemstone Dragonborn and part of the Ancestor Paladin. And you can find me basically everywhere as Toni Shaw. I also have a link tree, which is where all of my stuff is. Got a list of all the things that I am doing as a performer, and all of my social medias that you can go and follow me on. If you would like to follow, I've got I co-direct a theatre production company with my friend Stephen, and we have an Instagram. If you've got Instagram, it would be lovely if you could give us a follow, because we're trying to promote a show, and the more followers, the more engagement, and then it can be seen. And if you are in the UK or further afield and you wish to fly over to see a show,
Why not?
we're bringing back Once More with Feeling, the live Buffy the Vampire Slayer tribute concert musical, back at the end of August. You should come and see it. It's going to be really good. If you've already seen it, then it's going to be even better, because you can come see it again, but it's going to be even better because we spent basically a lot of yesterday evening watching the episode and figuring out ways we can add more theatre to it and more fun and make it even better for everybody. So please come and see it, or just share the posts and stuff if you have friends and family in Gloucestershire, because I like getting paid. Thank you.
Excellent. Not really, Ampersand. We don't. It'd be a very long trip, is what it would be. So we're going to continue around the lovely circle to Ailey.
Hi, I'm Ailey. You can find me over the internet at Aelyrya Payne, also at aelyryapayne.com for my website, and you can find me on Ko-fi, where I take donations to keep existing and keeping this absolute clusterfuck of a menace puppy in underwear, apparently, at this point, because she is in season and she is being an absolute monster about it. So, yay me for hormonal teenage puppy with her first period. You can find me over on 2 Kobolds as well. Yes, we got the dice, the shinies. They did well for me today. And yes, Bramble the clusterfuck dog. And generally, that's the one I was going to say. Find me on World Anvil, where you can see about my world, Arda, which is currently having bits added to it as I do the World Anvil summer camp. And you've got Life of Messinia, which is where I put all of my notes and bits and pieces about what Mercy learns during her little engagements out and about in Osthaven at this point. And I don't even know what's happening anymore. So we'll finish there. I'm tired.
That's what's happening.
Yeah.
Just quickly, I completely forgot to say what the name of my company actually is, so you can go and find it like I told you to. It's called Behind the Curtain Theatre Productions. I'm very sorry. Please go continue.
Excellent. Alrighty. So that brings us around to Cal. Cal, tell us things and stuff and all of that.
Carl, Llama Man, Bard, Llama Man again. Fuckwit.
Wow, this is the voice of the overlord producer there.
I have a new stand-up show coming towards the end of the year. I've been writing it. And I haven't said the name of it yet. It's called Shame Goblin, and it's going to be
Wow.
it's going to be ready around October. So I'm going to be taking it out, trying it out places, and doing all that good stuff.
Well, if it came north, we would get to see it.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope you all can come see it. So go to the socials and see more about that. And hopefully Paul won't tell me off for expanding this time rather than doing single word descriptions. So thank you very much.
Well done for use of vocabulary, dear.
Yeah, it's really hard. I really struggle towards the end of the stream to use words. So
That would be it being really hot. Really, really hot.
very warm, very, very warm, very moist in the brow. Yes, and comfortable.
It is a toasty day. So in that case, we're going to try and wrap this up, guys. I have been Lolly. I have been your, honestly, quite a lazy DM today. You guys have just been chatty Cathy's. I've just left you to it. I've just sort of been like, all the talking you guys are doing. Probably should do stuff sometimes. As always, we are affiliated with Dice Witch UK. They make beautiful dice that you can't see in that lighting. Look at the pretty bag. It has pretty dice, which I can't pull out because I'm failing. Look at the pretty shinies. It has sparkles. It makes me very happy. That makes me very blind. I've hurted myself. If you would like to catch up on any of the shenanigans that have been going on in previous weeks, you can find all episodes up to date over on the YouTube channels. So by all means, follow the link to the tube of views and you can work out what the hell's been going on to get us to this point in time. Oh, goodness me. You're right there, Cal. You look so long-suffering.
I am so warm. So.
Alrighty, in which case we will wrap this bad boy up and we will be raiding over, I believe we are raiding over tonight, to Band of Badgers, who are doing some miniatures and model painting, because who doesn't love some minis? Yes, we do. Just because we are virtual tabletop doesn't mean we don't love them. I am someone who has a lot of Hero Forge tokens and I have a small addiction, so should we go see these guys, everybody?
Yeah.
Cal, that is an expression you're pulling. I need someone to just take a screenshot of that. Now he escapes me.
That's a yeah.
Beautiful. Alrighty, guys. Everyone have a wonderful evening. Everyone take care. Let's give all a big lot of love to the Band of Badgers. Take care, everybody. Bye bye. Wiggly fingers. Apparently, Wiggly Fingers is the go-to tonight. I don't fucking know.